What is up, YouTube? Slow Road the Pro here. Today we're going to be working on this 1998 Cr125. Alex just bought this bike back in September. We're hoping it's going to be in decent condition. We don't know exactly what it's looking like, but it looks really stock, really nice, other than the plastics and graphics and some nice parts. So we're going to be getting into it. During these videos, I want you to give us a like, comment, subscribe, ring that bell, help us out. If you do, we're going to get you more videos. This video specifically, this bike was at a rough, decent cost, just under $2,000, and hopefully that's going to give us a bike that's really nice on the inside and not too big of a rebuild to get into. So this bike today, what we're looking at mainly, these cases, what looks to me to be possibly an OEM gasket in between there, never split. That's going to be awesome. I've never gotten a bike that's 22 years old and hasn't had the cases split before. Other than that, on this bike, we still have the stock stator cover that you can't see back here. We got stock shifter. There's not much has been changed. The play and the kicker, there's not play. And on my bike, my kicker just flops everywhere because it gets used so much. So stay tuned, watch this time lapse. We're going to get this bike taken apart, and every part of this video is going to be a new learning experience for us. And we're going to show you everything you need to know to make a 98 Cr125 a professional race bike. Stay tuned. What we're looking at on this dirt bike, on things that we're probably going to change in the future of this video to give you what you want to see, and hopefully what Alex really thinks is going to make a better race bike for him. I do a lot of different things than he's going to do, so I'm excited to try it myself. Right now, the biggest issues we have, I rode this bike, I ripped it around the field, I topped out every gear, it felt pretty good. It ran a little hot. I think it's got the wrong plug in it for sure, and I think it's running a little bit lean. Those are things we're going to have to go through. Other problems we already know about is the fact that the rear swing arm doesn't move. The shock linkage is so bound up and rusted, it doesn't move. This bike, though in nice shape, hasn't been moving in a long time. The kid that owned it said it was too powerful for him, and if a 125 is too powerful for you, then you really aren't opening up the bike the way it needs to be opened up. The graphics look freaking sweet. I love these graphics. As Alex doesn't decide to keep these graphics, I'm going to take these graphics and put them on my 98 Cr125. I just love the Troy Honda stickers. They really look good. This seat, they don't make seats like this anymore that I can find. And this bike is just loaded up. It has not been ridden the right way. The kid we bought it off of said it was too powerful for him and he wanted a quad. Could you imagine wanting a quad? If you want a quad, you can watch our videos. We support you watching our videos, but we really are against quads. End of story. No quads. 2 wheels or no wheels. Get off the fucking couch. Alright guys, we're getting a little bit further into this build. We've gotten the tank off and all the plastics off, nothing major, just getting into the good stuff. We're starting to look in a little deeper. What we got to see so far that we like, there doesn't have much wear into the frame on these older first generation frames and the newer generation of the 00 and 01 and further. The plastics would rub against the frame, the twin spar frame here, and it would wear into your aluminum, make it look bad. Easy fixes for that are just putting a foam pattern or something, and we're going to show you what we're going to do for that later when we get to that point. Looks pretty nice. The kid took decent care. There wasn't much dirt. The only problem we really saw is, we'll go look at this subframe real quick. Alright, so here's the subframe, and this is something that I saw. This is a common mistake, believe it or not. I've seen a couple people do it. The fender's supposed to overlap in here so that mud can't go into your airbox. Well, this kid put it in backwards, so all the mud just filled the airbox up, and hopefully the motor doesn't look real bad. When we first bought this bike, we actually bore scoped it inside the guy's yard. Automotive bore scope I borrowed off of my father, and we went down the spark plug hole and looked in there. The cylinder didn't look real bad, and the piston looked decent. Looked like it was running a little bit lean. There wasn't a ton of carbon buildup on the piston. The perfect burn, which we'll show you what a perfect burn is whenever we show you other pistons, wasn't on this. So we're going to take it apart, and hopefully that's looking really good. Other than that, so far I'm happy, and hopefully we continue to stay happy. Stay tuned, we're going to get the swing arm off, the rear tire off, and all the goodies of the back, and then we're going to do another one of the front. Alright guys, so this right here is why you actually service your suspension bearings. It's very important. It needs some lube. This is trash right here. Look at this garbage. Fly Racing. Oh, but wait. We got a return label. You think they'll take them back? I mean, they cost like, what, $5? Okay guys, we're out here. We got the bike a little bit further into the build. We're going to tell you what you need to look for whenever buying a bike, because there's some stuff that almost every bike I've bought has problems with without the proper maintenance throughout its life. What we have found so far is A, somebody didn't take care of the forks very well. What you see on this fork right here, while your fork guard is rubbing against your fork as it goes in and out when you're hitting hard bumps, whatever you're doing, you have this metal ring here that they install from the factory that wears against that plastic for you. If you don't replace that ring, it wears out. You end up getting flat spots inside of your forks like this. Now that doesn't mean your forks are ruined, but if it gets far enough, it can destroy a set of forks. So remember, little 99-cent parts for maintenance go a long way in the overtime. Alright guys, we're going to get kind of excited hopefully here. This is like Christmas morning. We're about to unwrap our present. We're going to find out on the inside if the chain is broken and destroyed this swing arm. If it did, it's going to be expensive. Ooh, it did at one point, but it looks pretty decent. Not bad. Definitely took some chain wear. Something you guys need to watch out for anytime you buy a bike. This is the most common problem that's going to cost you a big bill. This swing arm guard protects right here on your race. This one, the plastic guard that comes on it, this right here, chain rides on it. Old one wore out and they didn't replace it in time, so they just sat there and rubbed these grooves into that aluminum. Now this one didn't get far enough to get to where the bearing race sits, so this isn't going to be a problem that we have to deal with. But on other bikes, whenever it gets that bad, you might be able to get somebody to weld it. If you can't, you're going to have to throw it away and drop another $200-300 on a swing arm. So stay safe, be smart, spend the $19 it costs to get you a swing arm guard. Swing arm guard, Alex. Because I know, I say garb. We're pretty good. A little bit of surface rust. About expected. YouTube, we're wrapping up the first day of the build. Look at it all, it's on the ground, it's ready to get built, it's all nice, nothing wrong, I guess, who knows, we still have to take it apart. Well, so far we do know we didn't find anything stripped out, we didn't find any wrong American bolts inside of this metric Japanese bike. We did find out there are some wear points in the suspension, a little bit on the swing arm, nothing too major. We're going to get that cleaned up, fixed, and ready to go. The forks and the rear shock are probably going to get sent out. We don't know who. PR2. I probably shouldn't have said what brand so far. We're going to think of it. Alex is going to decide, might send them out, get them fully built for his size because that really does make a difference in riding. We're going to try and restore that pipe, Scotch-Brite up any part that needs Scotch-Brited, clean up the airbox, pretty much do a full cleanup and make our own radiator guards. We have the factory plastic ones on this one. If you know this, the factory plastic guards are no longer sold anywhere that I can find. So I'm going to try and make a prototype one out of aluminum. And if I can maybe produce those, maybe we can get those up for sale for you guys in the future. So like, comment, subscribe if you want to get some custom made parts shipped to you straight from Slow Road the Pro. And then we're going to get back to you guys and show you how to put everything back together, show you point from point what you're going to do, why you want to do it that way. Hopefully you take some tips that we take. Maybe if you think we're doing it wrong, you can comment about that and let me know. We'll get back and talk on how you think your idea is better, and maybe you can teach me stuff just like I'm teaching you stuff. We really do appreciate any views we get from you guys. Stay tuned. We're really hoping for some better videos soon. Because we're trash.